Were we here? No one's better than deodorant. Only if you use it in moderation. Deodorant, feminine deodorant suppositories. And I'm here to talk to you all about them. Let's chat. The first question that you probably have on your mind when it comes to feminine deodorant suppositories, deodorant suppositories, tomato, all the same. What are feminine deodorant suppositories? What are they for? Most importantly, feminine deodorant suppositories are made up of ingredients in which they form a mold, and that mold contains ingredients to basically deodorize the inside of your lady parts. It's made to deodorize the inside of your vagina. I just did it again without giving you the disclaimer. If you're squeamish, this ain't the video for you, mama. That's all. That's all. That's it. That's all. That's the post. That's the video. That's all. But if you want to stay and learn, you are welcome to. It does not speak to your worth. Those deodorant suppositories are made up of ingredients that form a mold in which they package into a foil-like package, which I will show you soon what that looks like. They contain ingredients to deodorize the inside of your vagina, the inside of your flower, your pocketbook, your purse. Shall I continue? All sorts of lovely names. These are the packaging that it comes in. The OG brand I know of is Norforms. This is the Island Escape. This is the type of thing that when you start using feminine deodorant suppositories, unless you have never used them and this is your first time, or maybe you're considering it, this is the type of thing when you use one, whether it's the first time or you just using it again, and this is a regular routine for you, you're going to smell that once you are dressed. It's like, you're going to feel like, well, I know I ain't sprayed nothing down there. No, you didn't. You just, it's working internally for your good. You see where I'm going with that? All things working together. Romans 8:28, for the good. In this case, everything working together for your good to deodorize your flower. You see that? This is the packaging that it comes in. Now, for other brands, they have probably adopted the same thing, probably plastic see-through packaging other than the traditional foil packaging. And you're more than likely going to smell what it smells like before it ever come out the packaging. And they're going to also come in perforated sections, so you can just tear them off. I suggest cutting them off and then unpeeling and opening them. Remember I said that deodorant suppositories are made up of ingredients in which they are formed into a mold, put into these foil-like packages for the insertion of your flower to deodorize it, correct? You follow me? If not, rewind it back. Being that they're in aluminum foil, and then due to the ingredients, I think is actually the main factor, the ingredients they're made out of. Because they're formed into a mold, rolled up all those ingredients into a mold like this to insert in there, you're going to have to be mindful as to where you store this. Like things like winter now, you don't have to worry about it. I still would suggest storing it in a cool, dry place, even in the winter. Come summertime, this is where you need to look out. I would suggest storing these either in its original box within your feminine hygiene kit, or in a clear Ziploc bag that you would then stick into your feminine hygiene kit that is a solid color or printed floral bag or print of your choosing. Because if this get a hold of heat, it's going to melt and it's going to lose shape. It's going to lose form. And it might seep out the packaging because this is foil. Whether it's foil or plastic, it's going to melt, come in contact with excessive heat. Because it happened. I remember the first time it happened to me. It was not lovely. And thank God it happened in the purse or within my feminine hygiene kit. The whole bag is going to smell lovely. But then you just wasted a suppository. Don't feel bad or be hard on yourself. It's just a learning lesson. And so my lessons, my mistakes are y'all's lessons now. Cool, dry place. If you even get the slightest bit, get into the habit of checking your suppositories before you go out, or just, even if you're not going nowhere, check it on the regular. If you're going to go feminine deodorant suppository route. Get in the habit of checking in periodically, every once in a while, to see if they're still firm. If they're not, toss them in the freezer for about a good 30 minutes to an hour. Overnight will do the trick, totally. And then make sure you take them out so no one mistakes them for candy, and then we're going to have another problem. That's all. I love you. That's why I'm telling you this. Now for all that information, going over the basics of feminine deodorant suppositories, what they are, what they're designed for, what they look like, how to take care of them, how to make sure they don't melt in the mold that they come in, the package that they come in. How do you open them? With Norform's type, they'll be designed in a way where you can just undo the design of these and the design of feminine deodorant suppositories in general, whether it's the plastic mold or the aluminum foil type of packaging. Looks like aluminum foil. You should be able to grab the tabs of the individual suppository and then unravel it, unwrap it, and it reveals your suppository. Now this is shaped like a lipstick, if you ain't noticed. So once you open it, your next question, I know it is, how do you insert? Where I put this? Where do I put? I'm making it plain for you. Where do you put a feminine deodorant suppository once you've opened it? Great question. Same sitting position on the toilet as you do when you go to insert a tampon. That's the best suggestion I could give. If you're squeamish, again, if you ain't listened to the disclaimer before and you up here still watching, ladies only, young ladies only. If you're trying to learn this for your daughter, teenage daughter, that's ladies only. That's it. You want to treat this like this is your flower. This is your lady part. Like this is your vagina. If you're squeamish, you should have left by now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You still watching, ain't you? Or did you leave? You take that suppository after you have unwrapped it from its individual foil packaging. That's what this is. And there's an applicator that comes in. Remember I said that? It's about this long and it's extendable and you can close it back. It's going to house something that's going to be like flat cup-like for you to basically stand up that deodorant suppository on. It's going to literally stand up on top of the applicator that's about this long that you can extend and close back. Insert that with that applicator so that way you're not getting your hands messy. Unless you don't have a concern about that, that doesn't make you squeamish, because you can always wash your hands after that. You're in the bathroom, which is why I suggest doing it in the bathroom. Okay? I don't know anywhere else you would do it. Hopefully, it's the bathroom. Insert that in. Pull that out, the applicator, because you don't need it anymore. Thoroughly wash that applicator with soap and hot water and soap. Hot water and feminine hygiene wash. If you don't have soap, antibacterial soap, just soap of some type. Just give it a few minutes. It's gonna be within a good 5 to 10 minutes, very quick. You want to make sure that right after you insert it, you put on a pad. You're going to need to. This is not optional, ladies. This is not optional. This is not what, class? This is not optional. It's not. Because that thing will be ready to go in less than 10 minutes. Put on a pad so it can catch what that deodorant suppository is going to leak out. Now, you got to ask yourself another question I know you're asking. What do you mean put on a pad and it's going to leak out and it's going to... Because it's going to feel like your period is on, but it's a deodorant suppository. And so what happens is, how does it melt? I know that's another question. Excellent question. Excellent question. But when you put a deodorant suppository in there, whether it's fragrance-free or full of fragrance, and I dare you to do it with fragrance so that way you can go back and look at what the pad was able to... I dare you to do it with fragrance, because then you'll be able to smell it without going to the bathroom to check. Smells lovely, like you done sprayed perfume all down there, but you didn't. It's a safer way to do it. The body temperature at which your vagina holds It's very warm in there. You ever wonder why some babies don't like to come out? For the pregnant women that may be watching. And so that same warmth that's been designed for us through our vagina it's going to melt anything in there that's made of that type of substance where it forms a mold. And it's going to, it only got one other place to go, back down out of you. So you better have a pad to catch that. You have to. There's no negotiations with that. If you don't have a pad, don't put it in. Don't even think about using a feminine deodorant suppository. Please don't. At that point, you need to think about feminine deodorant wipes, feminine deodorant wash, feminine deodorant spray until you can get back to the house and until you can get a hold of pads, or until you can get to a store to get the pads to catch all of that. Because you're going to need, you don't want to look like you just, you had yourself an accident and you couldn't stop it at time. Oh, well, I got to pee. I got the tinkle. I got to go to the ladies' room. You don't want to look like you had that type of a tinkle accident. That's the nicest way I could put it. Once that pad has loaded up and it's loaded up full of that fragrance, or either fragrance free from whichever type, either scented or unscented, of the feminine deodorant suppository that you're using, you can then dispose of that pad. Now I have a video up talking about how to dispose of pads as well. I do have more videos on feminine hygiene composed in a playlist for you on either side for you to enjoy. If you would like to see more, if you would like to educate yourself on more, even if you think you already know, you might still pick up something brand new. Until next time, love you. When I think about love, it's one of the bravest things that you can do. It is patient, it is kind, it does not envy or boast, and it'll keep you on the coast of not being rude or self-seeking, nor is it easily angered or seething mad, and it keeps no records of wrongs. It has no pleasure in evil, but it rejoices in the truth. And most of all,